And I'm back from the review today if the phone cooperates. It's doing that thing again where it's turning off by itself. This is my third take on the same video. Let's try this again. Hey, Briggy, we're back, and I got a new review today. It's the Penguins of Madagascar. The Penguins of Madagascar TV show. I've never done a TV show before, but I thought I want to do a TV show because I haven't done TV shows before, and I do game videos and TV shows. So I thought we'd do this. I was playing Madagascar 2 on my PSX2 emulator a little while ago, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch the Penguins of Madagascar again since I haven't watched it since 2009. Because the show came out in 2008, 2000, I don't know, around there. It ended in 2015. I heard that from a YouTuber. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that. It may have ended some other time, I'm not sure, but I heard it from a YouTuber. But anyway, the show, I want to watch it again, because I haven't watched it since 2010, or 2011. No, last time I watched it was 2013. Yeah, a long time ago. So it was refreshing to watch it again. So I went on Netflix, and I'm like, is it on Netflix? And sure enough, it is. All 3 seasons of the Penguins of Madagascar show, they're all on Netflix. So I decided to watch the show. I over the course of 2 months, every day or every second day, I would sit down and watch a couple episodes of the show. And after a couple months, I finally finished the 3 seasons. I want to watch it all and see how the show progresses and how it ends. I like to do that and just binge it. And after watching all 3 seasons, what did I think of it? It's a pretty good show. A really good show, actually. I really enjoy the show. I think it's very good. And it's got a lot of good humor, good plot points, good action, good story writing, and the characters play off each other very well. It's an overall great show. The series ends it's like any normal show. Season 1 starts off the show very simple. The episodes are very simple, like Popcorn Panic and Gone in a Flash, and they're very simple plots. But as season 2 it's good episodes, but as season 2 comes out, they start doing a lot more action and violence and yeah. The show I think at first they tried to cater to almost just kids, I think, but I noticed as the show gets on, it can have some pretty adult humor in it. I'm not even kidding, it's pretty funny, actually, some of the things they've done. Well, then again, Madagascar is funny anyway, but the show started off pretty simple, in my opinion, but if you go to season 2 and 3, especially, the first season's got some pretty questionable episodes, actually. But we'll get to that. There's 1 or 2 there, it's just weird. Yeah, some things they wrote were not bad, but, well, no, there's one episode of the show I cannot stand, but we'll get to that. But the first season starts off the plot simple. The second season is spun, it amps up the very well. The third season ties up loose ends. Loose plot points, because that's the final season. It's only 3 seasons. They tie up, if there's a villain that gets away or does something, they tie up loose ends. They wrap up all the plot points that weren't wrapped up and finished. They wrapped them up very nicely. That's what I'm trying to explain. They do a good job wrapping up the show by the 3rd season. Yeah, it's actually very good. Except for the Red Squirrel. There's a villain called the Red Squirrel who is very inconsistent episodes. Whoever wrote this episodes, what were you thinking? Because there's one episode where they first introduce him, but this character knows who it is. Dr. Nizel, or whatever his name is, he knows the Red Squirrel and thinks he's real. Private and all the other characters think he's faking it. Think he's crazy. That he's not real. Then they meet him, and they know, oh, he is real. The next episode comes out, and they don't know who he is. You already fought him. Guys, did you not? And then there's another episode where they know who he is. The plot points of the Red Squirrel is just inconsistent as all hell. The Red Squirrel. It's so inconsistent. It's just a mess. The writers that wrote those episodes, well, you guys forgot what you were doing. And no, it's not like SpongeBob, where it's inconsistent plots. No. Penguins of Madagascar is kind of like Simpsons. If there's a character in one episode, let's say, for example, Dr. Blowhole. Dr. Blowhole is a villain in the Penguins of Madagascar, and he actually gets mind wiped, his memory gets wiped. He thinks he's a dolphin called Flippy, and he jumps through hoops in the zoo. But in the later episode, they remember he was brainwashed, so he doesn't know who they are. See, you keep those plot points good, but the Red Skull, I guess the makers just forgot what they were doing with that or something. But yeah, so let's talk about the characters. Skipper is the leader of the group, and he's a very stern, strict, kind of snarky, bossy, kind of full of himself, a bit. He doesn't always have the right social cues to know. Sometimes he jumps the gun too much. Like, he'll jump the gun. If something's not dangerous, he'll jump and go, like, you know, he'll jump into action too quickly sometimes without, you know, like, thinking about things. But he has shown to be a very caring leader and to his team, and he's a good character. He's got a soft spot for people, and he's a good character. He even likes to Julien sometimes, because, you know, he's a good character. Like, he has good heart too, and he's stiff, and he's a bit of everything. He's stubborn, but plus a good character. Private is the kid of the group. He's the innocent, young, cute penguin, who basically talks. He's a sensible character for the group. Talks some sense into the other characters. So if Skipper does something stupid, like if Skipper can jump the gun or do things he shouldn't do, he jumps the gun too much. If Private doesn't like what Skipper's going to do, he'll tell him. He'll get angry, and he'll give him that, like, Skipper, I'm not, you know, he won't stand for it. Like, he's cute, but he won't stand for things he doesn't like. And I found later on in the show, he does develop a lot, Private. At first, he's like, yes, Skipper. Like, he's very, like, you know, but later on, he starts to stick up for himself and actually doesn't do something if he doesn't feel comfortable with it. Yeah, Private really develops, well, pretty good. Then there's Kowalski, which is the adventure, the scientist of the group. Think Sandy Cheeks from Season 6, but more rounded character, obviously. I mean, he's geeky, he's socially awkward, he has a love interest named Doris, who, we'll get to that. He's very much an interesting character. Like, he makes science experiments that usually end up blowing up, because he doesn't do a good, he thinks he's a good inventor, but a lot of things kind of just don't work. But sometimes they do. The time machine stopwatch invention actually did work, but King Julien put chewing gum into the invention, and he thought the watch was broken. So technically, that one invention he made actually was good. Yeah, he did a good job with that one. Yeah, so Kowalski's a good character. Private, Rico is basically a psychopath. He's a psychopath. He's crazy. He's like Crash Bandicoot. He's really weird, and he likes to blow stuff up with dynamite. Yeah, he's like he's a psychopath, no way around it. But he does also care for his team. Like, if his team, there's one episode where his team gets fish, they become fish craving nutcases because they eat raw fish, they eat spoiled meat, and they become like fish, like they become crazy. If you know what episode I'm talking about, don't know the name of it, but Rico just helps the team out not eat more fish, because if they eat any more fish, they become permanently nuts. So he tries to knock the fish out of their hands and try to make them not. Yeah, he protects the team. He's very caring that way, and he has a girl doll he loves. Yeah, Rico, you're weird. Yeah, he has a girl Barbie doll that he loves. Okay, Rico. Okay. Then you got King Julien, who's selfish, bossy, dumb. Pretty much everything that you don't want, it's just bad. But I like King Julien because he's funny. Like, he's like, of course I do. He's hilarious. He makes the show entertaining, other than the penguins. Like, the voice actor does his voice does a very good job. I love the voice actor for King Julien. He does a good job. Yeah, you do a good job doing it. Whoever your voice, it's just hilarious. Like, I'm the king. Like, his accent, it's just the way he talks and acts so dumb and over the top. The voice actor does a good job doing over the top, like, comedy. I always laugh when I watch King Julien do something. Most of the time, when he's kicking more, like really kicking more or stuff like this, and being abusive to, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, it's funny sometimes, but one episode where he's like, Mort, can you get on my little feet so I can kick you off with your furiousness? Yeah, he likes to. He actually asks Mort to go on his feet so he can kick him off. Like, can you like go touch the little feet so I can kick you off? And no touching the little feet. Yeah, that's over the top comedy. Because Mort gets addicted to this video game, and he won't touch the little feet. Because I'll get to Mort. King Julien, I like King Julien. Some people don't like him. I don't agree. Mr. Enter, why you not like King Julien? He's funny. I know you don't like any annoying characters ever, but I like King Julien. He's pretty funny, but I don't know. And then you got Maurice, who's basically King Julien's right-hand man, and he's like Think Smithers from The Simpsons. Where he puts up with all King Julien's bidding and bossiness, like Smithers. But unlike Smithers, Maurice doesn't just, he's not a yes man all the time. He won't always put up with King Julien's bullcrap. Sometimes he will, like, put his foot down and be like, no, I am not, like, doing that. Or I'm like, he'll even, like, leave him for dead. Like, he'll, like, get so mad at King Julian, he'll just, like, walk away and let him, like, yeah, but near the end, then they become friends and he'll help him out again. Like, and then you got, Maurice is awesome. He's pretty funny. Mort is, we kind of talked about him, but he's basically got a foot fetish where he likes to cuddle the King Julien's feet. Did Dan Snyder make this from iCarly? Did Dan Snyder make this? Sure seems like it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that, because I thought iCarly, I liked that show as a kid, and now that I've heard so much about Dan, I really don't, it's sad, because a lot of shows you grew up with, like Ren and Stimpy, I didn't grow up with that, but you hear things about the makers, and you're like, wow, the creator of a show I like is different. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating and sad when you find out that the makers, but yeah. Anyway, I can't stop liking iCarly and, like, Sam and Cat and stuff like that, when, even though they have problems, the maker is I don't know how true they are, but if that's the case, that's just ugh. Okay, but yeah, then you got Marlene. Well, I didn't mention, Mort also doesn't feel pain. Like, he can hit his head, he's dumb. He can be a psycho, too. Sometimes he goes, I like hitting things. Yeah, they write Mort weird. Did Mort always have a foot obsession in the show, in the movies? I think he did, but it wasn't this ramped up. If it is, I don't remember that. Yeah, whoever's doing Mort's character in the show, your foot obsession is concerning with your writing, because they, like, do it way too much. Anyway, Marlene's an otter, and she's basically Gloria. She's no nonsense, well, not like Gloria specifically, but she doesn't put up with nonsense, like, she's, like, never voiced a reason for the characters, kind of like Private. Private and Marlene are very, like, voicing a reason for the characters. She's a good character, too. She's funny. Not much to say about her. She's like Spanish guitar. Plus, she's also like Alex Lion. If she escapes the zoo, she becomes feral and crazy. Yeah, she does, actually. Oh, by the way, Alex makes an appearance in the show. Alex the Lion. He makes a cameo in a certain episode. That was kind of cool to see. As Skipper's Conscience. Yeah, Conscience. It was cool to see that. And then you got, Joey the Kangaroo. I do not like Joey the Kangaroo. I think he's arrogant. I think he's cranky and miserable. And he has no soft side to the show. There's not one episode where he has any soft spot. He's always miserable. He's always angry. He's always kicking people. And, like, he's never nice to anyone in the show. Like, they never made an episode where he's, like, nice to anyone. It's like, why? Like, even Squidward from season 1 showed caring towards SpongeBob Pete's delivery. And, like, Squidward seasons, I'm not talking about the new episodes. I'm talking about season 1, 2, and 3 of SpongeBob, season 9 of SpongeBob, where Squidward became kind of, caring again. Like, not Leo the book. I'm talking about, like, the sewer episode or stuff. Like, why can't Joey have a good episode? Joey's Squidward from SpongeBob, just 10 times more, he's just worse. And Dr. Blowhole is the main villain of the show. He comes up evil schemes for the penguins. He wants to rule the world. I don't know. Ring of Fire. Clone Claw, whatever. Clone Claw. Then you got, other villains. Like, this lemur villain who wants to take full King Julien onto the bus and take his crown. By the way, King Julien, you have a crown. I am the king. I have a crown. See, just because you have a crown, that's a leaf, doesn't mean you're the king, Julien. It's not how royalty works. Oh boy, Julien. Yeah, and then you got Fred. He's painfully stupid. Oh my gosh, Fred. He's kind of lovable in a way, like, but he is just painfully, like, stupid in the show. He's always like, what? Like, he doesn't know who his grandma is. Like, he's like, that's not my grandma. But no, he's just like, what? Oh my gosh, he's obsessively stupid in the show. But he's kind of funny, but yeah, I find near the end of the show, they made him work better with comedy, but when he first was introduced, he was just like, what? There's this guy, he was just like, it was so, if you know what I'm talking about, like, gosh. But he wasn't so bad near the end. I thought he was kind of funny when he works with King Julien, like, when they play off the selling episode, if you know what I'm talking about, to the words, that was kind of fun, yeah. That was kind of funny, when they worked off each other, played off, if you know what episode I'm talking about. I think it's got the evil lemurs in it or something. He traps them, or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty funny. When Julien and Fred are having like a conversation about selling nuts or something. they don't know. It was a funny thing. Especially the characters. Did I forget anyone? I don't think it's villains. There's ever villains, but I don't think they're just villains. They're interesting though. I'm not gonna give you too much of a show. You got to watch it yourself. It's a good show, but the show starts off. It's not like Thaw Prince and Danny Phantom that end like really bad. Butch Hartman don't even end the shows properly. Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's actually decent. The third season wraps up all the villains. Like I said, all the plots get tied up. They tie up all loose ends. They did a good job with the show. They end it very well. It's a good show overall, and you should watch it. I give the show a 9 out of 10. By the way, there's one thing I gotta mention before I end the video. Have I forgot anything? I don't think I forgot anything. Okay, I was watching SpongeBob reviews on YouTube. I know this is completely off topic, but I want to mention this right now in case, if you got this far into the video, I want to mention this. This probably won't change the fact that people on YouTube are still going to do this, but can people stop mentioning Squidward torture porn? Yes, I said it, and I don't care. Like, stop mentioning that. First of all, porn is not in SpongeBob. It's not in the SpongeBob at all. And second of all, torture is when you tie someone up and beat them up or do something really violent. Squidward is not being tied up by SpongeBob. He's not being abused. If his toenail gets whipped off, yeah, SpongeBob's not trying to whip his toenail off. He's just kind of moving it weirdly. He's not trying to kill him. Like, he's not going, hold still, Squidward. No, like, I'm just saying, guys, like, the people that use that disgusting word, do you not know how disgusting and mean that is? Porn and Squidward torture is not, it's not what you should use. People that use that, like just call it Squidward harassment. That's what it is. Like, or picking on, like, supposed to go stalk Squidward. Call it stalking or something. Like, even Mr. Enter agreed, maybe I shouldn't call it Squidward torture. It was a bit dramatic. Yeah. At least he agreed to that, but there's people today that are still saying that word. I know this video might not change the fact, but this guys, people gotta stop doing that. I know you guys aren't, if you're watching me, probably don't do it, but if anyone's, yeah, you know the guys I'm talking about, when they review SpongeBob, they always mention, Squidward torture porn. Stop mentioning that. It's disgusting and wrong. And it's just something you shouldn't talk about. Because it doesn't make any damn sense of what you're talking about. It's called harassment. It's not torture. I don't think that's even a real thing. And if it is, well, do you really have to describe it about Squidward of all things? Like, he's a punching bag for the series. Season 6 and 7 and around definitely those seasons. And unfortunately, season 12 and 13 have brought back that torture up. I just said it now. They brought back that trend of harassment. I'm going to call it harassment Squidward. I'm not going to call it Squidward torture porns anymore because it's disgusting. And I don't think you guys should say that. I don't think people they shouldn't be saying that. It doesn't make sense and it's silly. Plus, there's a YouTuber, I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to bash people, but I'm going to hint at it if he knows what. There's an episode he talks about where Squidward breaks into SpongeBob's house with a pepper shaker and it makes spray, that new season 9 or 10 where he puts pepper all over SpongeBob's house to make him sneeze. If he has to move out because he's allergic to his house. Squidward breaks into his house. Guess what this guy says? Gary is torturing Squidward. Why are you torturing Squidward, Gary? You're so mean. Okay, first of all, Gary's a pet. Second of all, Squidward's breaking into SpongeBob's house at night when he's sleeping. It's dark. Third, it's dark. And Gary is going to, obviously, to be... I know he knows who Squidward is, but he's breaking into SpongeBob's bedroom at night. Any normal person, if you're not, it's going to be like, especially a pet, it's going to be like, why the hell are you in my house? You know, they're going to get defensive. Gary is not... He's a pet. Come on, you can't use that word torture. Like, you're using it just out of nowhere, dude. I'm not going to tell who you are, but... Yeah, you shouldn't say that. Gary's a pet. He's not like a... Okay, he's not going to Squidward's house while SpongeBob's sleeping. Okay, here's the last thing I was going to mention about Penguins of Madagascar. I forgot, sorry. There's an episode about Penguins of Madagascar I cannot stand. But you know what? I think I gotta say this for another video. This is too long. So, I'm gonna make a part... It's not gonna be a part 2 of Penguins of Madagascar. It's gonna be an episode of Penguins of Madagascar I don't like. I'm gonna release this alongside this, because this video's only long enough. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I like doing these My Thought review videos. Stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoyed it. No offense to anybody that uses Squidward. Well, I'm not offending you as a person. I'm just saying that you shouldn't say stuff like that. Don't come off this video thinking, no, I don't mean, like, any bad thing. I'm just saying that it's something that you shouldn't say. Like, it's not, like, you should say, like, Squidward harassment or bullying her, you know, you can use that as a word. You don't gotta use, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's disgusting. Yeah, Mr. Enter, the new Mr. Enter, the new episode, yeah, he's right. It's dramatic. It's a bit dramatic. And, yeah, it's silly. It doesn't make sense what you're talking about. And the people that see Season 4 SpongeBob is just complete garbage. Not many people, there's not people like me that enjoy it. But there's the people that say Season 4 is immediately, like gone bad. No. You're just being, you're not being respectful to the show. Hillenburg did leave because Nickelodeon wanted, but you have to look at the show and realize that it still has some heart into it. They did put some episodes that were interesting, like Patrick becoming smart, missing his friendship. They did unique plots, like Gary, where's Gary? Season 4 that comes out. People don't forget that. I don't like the people, you're being disrespectful to the show entirely because of one guy that left. I know, it's tragic he had to leave, and then it's more tragic that he came back and died. Like, that was awful. I was sad. It still is, he's gone, but, like, Season 4 is not, like, dumpster fire bad. Like, I would even say Season 5 is not dumpster fire. Season 6, yes. Season 6, however, is pretty bad. Choir Boys and a lot of episodes. But I do like Living Like Larry, the big one. Stuff like that. But Season 6 is definitely bad. 7 is Season 6 I can watch sometimes because there's episodes here and there I like. Season 7, no, Season 7 I cannot stand. At all. 8, it's like Season 8 is kind of weird. They're trying to get back on track almost, but not really. Season 9, I love Season 9 because they have a lot of slapstick with the Fisherman episode. There's, you know me, I just love it. So, anyway, I know I mentioned SpongeBob, but yeah, this is a Penguins of Madagascar thing, but yeah, I just thought I'll bring that up. But thanks for watching this video. If there's an episode of Penguins of Madagascar that you like, you can tell me, I don't know. Yeah, tell me what you thought of the show, if you have any memories towards it, if you feel like talking about it, or you can, I don't know, it doesn't matter. If you have anything you want to add to any episode, it doesn't matter. You know, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and bye.